Ladies and gentlemen, you have to excuse me because Russia is so much fun. I already lost my voice. And I would like to introduce to you, after Peter's fantastic presentation, how do you choose the right crypto exchange? And what is the landscape of crypto exchange and beyond going forth? So as everybody knows, from the beginning of the year till now, the total market cap of cryptocurrencies has more than
Ted, can you hold microphone closer like this?
More than multiplied by over possibly 300 times now. Now this will continue to go up as more tokens and more coins enter into the market. So with over 1,300 tokens and coins in the market, how the hell do we choose the right one? It's actually a very low odds for you to pick the right one if you're not cooperating, using the right strategy, or choosing the right platform. So I would like to suggest this is the traditional function of a traditional exchange, no matter crypto or equities or commodities. So they offer a place to buy and sell, where you have to make your own decisions, calculate your own risk. The performance of the platform is never guaranteed. Sometimes slow, sometimes fast. Good luck. And the liquidity and the volume of the trading pair you're trying to trade is never guaranteed. So how do we choose the right crypto exchange? There is this crypto exchange project that was born of an ICO that I would like to introduce as what I think is a gold standard for crypto exchange. So 12 days after ICO, the exchange went live. The product is ready. It has been running for 159 days. And throughout the 159 days, the price, the token related to the crypto exchange, the token that is issued by this crypto exchange for the project has increased over 21 times. And it already has more than 1 million users just from the 159 days of operation, serving over 180 nations, and is available on all platforms you can think of. We're talking about web browser based, PC client, mobile, iOS app, Android app. And it has 8 different languages, including Russian, you can use on the trading platform. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Binance I was talking about. Binance was a project born out of an ICO and has taken off and reached the highs of global top 3 crypto exchange at the height. So we're here to push the envelope, really, to challenge how a crypto exchange should be. We believe the investors could use a helping hand. So an exchange should not just list everything possible. An exchange should not list 1,300 tokens, because that makes it hard for the investors. We actually have a very rigorous process of selection. Our review process is so difficult and rigorous that only less than 3% of the tokens and coins in the market make it to Binance. Liquidity-wise, it's one of the most important. So each of you will become millionaire someday if you do the right thing, and billionaire. And you have a lot of the chips on hand, you have a joint position, or you have a lot of the Ether or Bitcoin, you're going in to buy something or sell something. If it doesn't have the volume there, the price is going to change before you finish. For Binance, for over a majority of the pairs we list, we dominate liquidity, meaning we have more than 50% of the market's volume. So in terms of the security, in terms of the customer support, it's very important when something goes wrong, when you deposit, withdraw, or something you need help with. you can find the right person, because this is crypto, and time moves fast. So for Binance, we have 24/7 customer support, and over 80% is responded within the first 24 hours. And also, we have 95% or more of customer satisfaction. We're pushing the envelope. Now, in terms of security, it's very important. I understand that many people in every part of the world is afraid that it's not secure to leave your cryptos on the exchange. We actually use cold wallet everywhere possible. And for the performance, it's very important. When the market gets tough, gets rough, or get hot, you want the platform to continue functioning so you will not be stuck in between and there is no latency. We actually have a matching engine capable of 1.4 million transactions per second. Now that's the fastest in the industry. When we reached the top 3 in volume, now over 1 billion volume, this was only taking up 0.02% of the total capability of our matching engine. In terms of community, it's very important to stay engaged, because it's not about running a business and just forget about everybody. It's listening to the people. And over the past 5 months, we have run so many bounty programs. So for example, the trading game, deposit leaderboard for different tokens and communities. And we have also run community voting. So we want to listen to the community. Which tokens, which projects they want us to list. We have voting programs. We also have referral programs. You can actually give your referral code to your friends. If they trade, the commission coming from their trade, you get 50%. This is the referral program. Collectively, we have given away 260 Bitcoins from those community engagement programs. By today's price, that's over $4 million we have given away to the community. So what is the plan, and how should crypto exchange take up more responsibility in the world of crypto? For Binance, we believe we could help more to identify the right projects, the good projects in crypto. So we are launching the Binance Labs. This is a pre-ICO crypto or blockchain incubator. So we invest, we give advice for the projects that actually have a great team, have a good concept, and they have to deliver a prototype before it becomes something that we endorse. We also have the Launchpad. So in the market, you would want a good project to launch on multiple ICO platforms. And there's also the Launchpad that's coming out from Binance. And there's a peace of mind when users invest on the project shown on the Launchpad, because we actually hold on to the money raised and only give out up to 30% of the fund back to the project team after raising. The remaining we keep until they deliver their product. So after they deliver their product, they get another 30%. And 3 months later, they get another 20, and 6 months later, they get the whole thing. So we actually force the project to make sure they deliver. They cannot just raise money and run away. They cannot. And we like ICOs that are decent size, not too big. You cannot be asking for 200 million. It's what are you going to do with it? Build a rocket? So something like between 5, 20 mil is okay. So this ecosystem, we believe, is the new responsibility the people, the exchanges in the crypto space should look into to help the investors and the community identify better, more conscientious projects. So in a snapshot, Binance is worth your consideration because we are very dynamic. In 5 months, we become one of the top 3 in the world. We have experienced hyper growth, continue to do so, getting over 1 million users in the community. We operate in over 180 countries, have 8 different languages, including Russian. And there's a token called Binance Coin that if you use to pay your trading commission, you get 50% discount on your trading fees. So if you ask me, how do you choose a good crypto exchange? Now, many of you use different exchanges around the world, and some of you have heard of Binance, some of you not. Now, how many of you have heard of Binance or used Binance before? Thank you. We suggest whether or not you choose Binance or other exchanges, you choose an exchange that listens. So the users want an exchange that serves, that's fast, that's smooth, and that's secure. An exchange that has great selection, hopefully a carefully curated, a safe selection that has great liquidity and many pairs to play with. A 24/7 always available customer service. You can use the language you like, here possibly Russian, and you can trade anywhere, anytime. And Binance, I believe, is doing very well along those lines. So we have the best matching engine in the world, and we have a great selection. It's very rigorous. Less than 3% make it, and you can be sure we're reviewing like we're going to invest in it. So it's very rigorous. And we have dominant liquidity and volume for the pairs we have. And the customer service is 24/7. The language, a language already, and we're going to add more languages. And you can definitely trade anytime, anywhere with the apps, the web browser, the mobile, the PC client, everywhere, anytime. So ladies and gentlemen, this is Binance, and what we perceive should be the gold standard in crypto exchanges around the world. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you so much for a beautiful speech. So now we will take questions from audience. Natasha, please help me. And Ted, you can use headphone just to understand question. So please raise your hand.
Здравствуйте. Good afternoon. It was a great speech. I actually just learned about that, although I'm trading for 6 months already. I have a question. Now there are a lot of problems and issues with many exchanges, Bitfinex, Bittrex and others. So everyone is expecting that Bitfinex will have a lot of scams and sham projects. The market is decentralized, is distributed, and that's why it doesn't work. Meaning that there are some requests for the confirmation that the money has been accepted, etc., etc., and still the government tries to rule the exchanges. What about you? And do you have any guarantees that, for instance, huge amounts will not be stolen from the accounts, will be held, anything like that?
Asked was many of the exchanges have gone through hacks or scams, or the projects the exchanges list sometimes turn out to be scams. And how is Binance doing it, and how do we protect the investors who are currently using Binance? Is that the question? So for Binance, security is the topmost priority for us. Now, people know us for our performance, our careful selection of crypto tokens and coins. But what people don't notice, because for the security, people usually notice when something happens. So, for example, a certain Mongox got hacked, and everybody knows in the news. But when you're secure, and you really take a very prudent approach, that is code wallet for almost everything, and every internal procedure is as high standard can be, placing the security of the user's funds above anything else. You will not hear about it in the news, and we take that as the most important gold standard. In terms of choosing the right token and coins to list, as you saw, the applications received is actually in excess of 2,000 applications. I'm personally in charge of a review committee that oversees this. They do not have contact to the project teams to remain neutral. They are very rigorous and they can do as they please to make sure we only list the best projects. We have less than 3% of pass rate. So if going by statistics, I would say playing on Binance is better than playing on many of the other exchanges who have a lot bigger selection.
Thank you. Next question. Please raise your hand.
So I have a question. In what jurisdiction your cryptocurrency exchange is incorporated, and which laws and regulations are applicable to the operations on this cryptocurrency exchange?
I'm sorry, I was listening on the translator. So.
Okay. So in which country your cryptocurrency exchange is incorporated? So in which jurisdiction?
Sure,
and
sure.
The other question is which laws and regulations are applicable to your exchange?
Sure. So the question is which country are we incorporated in, and which local regulations is affecting us. Now, first of all, there's a big difference between Binance and many of the fiat exchanges. Binance, I probably didn't mention this, is a crypto-only exchange. So you cannot take your regular rubles or USD or Japanese yen and try to buy crypto on Binance. You cannot. You have to come in with one of the cryptos. It can be any one of the 70 tokens or coins we have. So on that part, we are already not confined by the regulation regarding fiat exchanges. Secondly, we are incorporated in Cayman Islands. So that's a place that's currently still very crypto-friendly, and we continue to be on the lookout. In whichever country we land ourselves in, we will comply 100% with the relevant regulation. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question, please. Oh, and sorry, we have, sorry, just a minute, we have some questions from the app.
Куда и как быстро вывод средств?
Okay.
Куда и как быстро вывод средств?
Where and how fast you can withdraw the money? Where
and how fast can you withdraw the money? Well, you withdraw the money directly on Binance.com, and the withdrawal sometimes is due to the state of the chain. So it's dependent, but our platform is one of the fastest in the industry. So there will not be a problem when say, okay, so suddenly everybody wants to withdraw it because the fund is not there and you have to wait. No, no, no. All the funds is 100% dedicated. Users' fund are never touched. So it's there reserved for the user to withdraw. Just we put majority of the fund in the cold wallet, okay, not in the hot wallet. So when suddenly there's a surge, we have to make sure there's some coming from the cold wallet to the hot wallet to make sure the withdrawal is smooth. But so far there is no problem at all. Just rest assured, many of the people say you have to take the money from the exchange after you trade to your own wallet. For Binance, no problem. It's fine to leave your crypto on the exchange. It's as safe and even more safe than your own wallet, I would say.
Thank you, Ted. We have some questions from our mobile app. People finally started to use it.
Sure.
So the first question is, what are your competitors you are considering as competitors?
You mean who are our competitors?
Yes.
In the crypto space, given it's such a young space and young industry, we actually do not see anybody as a competitor. I think they are all important players in the industry trying to make the space a bigger playground. Now, in my presentation, I welcomed the concept of traditional exchange, but I also highlighted how Binance is doing its part to push the envelope to create a new gold standard for how crypto exchanges should be. Now, if you go to many of the ranking websites, you can see what is the volume of these different exchanges. But I also want you to be mindful of if you're choosing the exchange only by the size or also by what I mentioned, how rigorous the selection process is, how fast is the transaction, how fast is the platform, do they engage with the community, do they have a great customer support. So I would say there is no real competition, but everybody's welcome in this new industry to make it even bigger space.
Okay, the next question is, why do on Binance website only English and Chinese languages?
On the Binance website, as I said, there should be 8 languages. They're supposed to add Deutsch this week. Maybe they haven't got around to it. But if you go to Binance.com on some of the web browsers you guys have on the PC, on the upper right corner, there should be a place where you can click and you can select the different flags. And you can select Russian and any of the other 7 languages, including Spanish, French, Korean, Japanese, Chinese, English, and soon to be having German as well.
Okay.
It's definitely there.
Thank you. And do you have IOTA token on Binance yet?
You mean the Binance coin?
No, IOTA.
Yes, we have IOTA on there as well. If you look at the trading pairs we have, I think about 70 something, almost 80 tokens / coins, and each one of them have at least 2 pairs, which is Bitcoin and Ether, and some of them also have the Binance coin pairs, and a fewer subset have the USD Tether pairs. So the popular ones, the bigger market cap ones, you can find that we have them already. If not, let us know. We like to review it. We listen to the community, and we definitely want to bring the next favorite coin or token to the listing if they're a legit project.
Okay, thank you. And you said Binance have no competitors yet, but we have a question like what other crypto exchanges you consider as reliable?
Well, I think many of the exchanges do serve their own community, their incumbent user as well. So if I mention the exchange name of some, that would not do favor to the others. So I should try not to mention anyone. Yeah.
Okay, understandable. And I think the last 2 questions we will take from the audience.
Тед, спасибо.
Thank you so much, Ted. Thank you very much for excellent speech and brilliant presentation. Tell us, please, when will we see the stop limit mechanism at your exchange? And secondly, do you plan to work with fiat, meaning we can bring in fiat and withdraw fiat?
Whether or not we will have stop limit function. Actually, it's one of the most requested functions we have. We have already started testing quite a few months back. We are always very careful about releasing new function because it has to be right, has to be fast, it has to work just right. So it is coming up, I promise you. Stop loss is one of the biggest ones in the queue. And in terms of any time in the future to work with fiat pairs, currently we do not see the immediate need. There's already many friendly exchanges that do fiat to crypto exchanges around the world. So there's really no need for us to be another one in different countries. We're happy to work with different alliances if the partnership makes sense. But I would say users, they can buy using fiat, get their Bitcoin or any crypto, and transfer it to Binance to start playing with the crypto world. So there is no immediate need in the near future.
Okay, thank you. And the last question?
I would like to say I will be around, so feel free to swarm me later if you have questions.
Hello, Ted. First question. Do I understand correctly that this exchange is just exchange between different cryptocurrencies? So if I would like to sell Bitcoin, I exchange it to another cryptocurrency. Okay. And also the second question. I'm working with automated trading systems, and so the question is whether this exchange supports any interfaces, APIs?
APIs, yes. I didn't quite catch the first question because you said the first question is about crypto trading. What exactly was the question?
First question, just to clarify, my understanding, so it doesn't support fiat money,
That is correct. We do not support fiat money, so US dollars, rubles, Japanese yen. We don't have any of those. You can only trade between crypto to crypto.
Yeah, and the question is how to be connected to this exchange via automated systems.
API has become one of the most popular ways for us. I think originally people are stuck with different exchanges around the world because they have their favorite trading algorithm. They have their favorite trading interface. Binance API is actually very famous in the industry, and we actually have Telegram groups specifically devoted to Binance API users where they can discuss and work out the latest version, how it interrupts, and how to connect using their algorithm. So yes, API is definitely one of the ways you can connect to Binance.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, dear Ted, for joining us and for a beautiful speech.
So,
please give some applause for Ted.
Thank you very much. So please give Binance a try, and I believe you will not be disappointed. I'll be around. You can feel free to come and ask me any question you like. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ted. And right now,